This lesson is part of our fifth grade life science unit, Matter and Energy in an Ecosystem. In this lesson, we will learn what ecosystems are. There are three learning targets for this lesson. First, you will be able to define what an ecosystem is. Second, you will be able to give examples of non-living things that are part of ecosystems. And third, you will be able to describe what is needed for a healthy ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment. Living things interact with each other and also with non living things like soil, water, and air. Ecosystems often contain many living things and can be as small as your backyard or as large as the ocean. Many people think only of animals when they learn of ecosystems, but in reality, an ecosystem has animals, plants, and non living things too. For example, animals need to hide inside rocks and dead trees. Water is needed to drink, and some animals live in the water. Air is a non living part of an ecosystem as well. All animals need air. Organisms only survive in an ecosystem when their specific needs are met. All organisms have needs such as food, water, and air. If the needs of the organisms in the ecosystems are not met, they cannot survive. Animals usually need food, water, and shelter. For example, if deer need to eat grass and the place they live in, their ecosystem, no longer has grass, they have to move somewhere else or risk not surviving. A healthy ecosystem has many different kinds of organisms. Trees, deer, plants, birds, squirrels, and insects are important parts of some ecosystems. There are other organisms that live in ecosystems that are not as noticeable, such as bacteria, fungus, and tiny insects. They are equally important. Ecosystems depend on many organisms to help keep them in balance. Let's check our learning target. Choose whether each statement is true or false. Number one, an ecosystem is made up of only the living things in an area. That is false. An ecosystem is made up of both living and non living things in an area. Number two, soil, rocks, and water can be part of an ecosystem. Number two is true. Soil, rocks, and water are all examples of non living things that are part of ecosystems. Number three, an ecosystem provides everything needed for organisms to survive. Number three is true. Number four, the organisms that live in an ecosystem do not interact with each other. Number four is false. The organisms in an ecosystem do interact with each other. Number five, for a healthy ecosystem, organisms need water, plants, food, and shelter. Number five is true. If you need to review before taking the quiz, press the arrow to play again. If you are ready for the quiz, press next.